Hey guys, DMG here today, tech video. So this is the GoPro Hero 5 Black Edition. And this is the box it comes in. Now I've already opened this and I've been using it for the past month or so now. And I'd like to kind of go over a little bit more of a 1 month ownership review as well as just an overall review of the entire device. So today I'm going to go over kind of 3 areas where I'm going to work on. So first of all, we're going to talk about accessories that you can get. Second, we're going to talk about design and the actual GoPro itself. And then third, we're going to talk about the usability and how the camera performs on the GoPro. So first of all, let's open it up. So basically how it works is it's this box inside a plastic box with this cardboard logo around it. So you open the bottom up, put your finger in here, pull out, and your GoPro comes sitting up top like this, and then you have a box. Just set that aside. So the GoPro comes mounted right to this little case here. You just pinch this end here, pop it right off. So this is the GoPro Hero 5 Black Edition here. So this is an action camera. It's one of the latest from GoPro. Currently they're working, I think, on the 6th version of this, so the GoPro Hero 6, as well as they come up with some cool, like, more fancy camera called the Fusion. Anyway, this is one of the better ones that they have released in the past couple of years. There's also a session version of this, which is kind of a smaller version. It just has the camera on it and some buttons on the top. It doesn't have the screen on the back. So let's first talk about accessories. So how the system actually works is the GoPro is enclosed in this case here. Pull this out. In this case here, and you can actually pop the GoPro out like this, have it as a piece. But to mount it to any accessory, you're going to need to put it in this case because there's no mounts on the bottom. So in the case, I always have a little issue with this. Okay, now it's in its case. You pull up the front screen protector here and then lock it on like this, and then you have your screen back here. So how the case actually works is on the bottom here. It has this is actually built into the case itself, and from this little attachment point here, you can mount anything really GoPro accessory to it. So most of the accessories will be a piece, depending on what it is. For example, this one here is a little clip piece. You mount it in, then you put this pin and screw it in, and that'll lock this bottom piece on. And then from there, you can mount it on basically anything. So you can mount it, if it's one of these, you're going to need a little clip in here, and it slides in like this. If you're mounting it to a tripod, for example, you can use this piece here, lock it in, and then from here you can mount this onto a tripod. So the accessories that come with it are quite limited. So you'll get a few of these little sticky guys you can stick onto stuff and then slide your GoPro on like that. You'll also get one of these with, I think, 2 pins like this that come in it. But where you're really going to go is go on Amazon and buy a $20 kit, link in the description, that I bought, and that did come with it. And then from there you get some accessories like chest mounts, head mounts. You get a lot more of those pins and a lot more of the other mounts, also a suction mount, which I use commonly. So that's basically the accessory side of this. Now let's take a look at the actual GoPro itself. So if you pull it out of its case, open it up, pop it out. So the Hero 5 Black Edition comes with a screen on the back, which is convenient. So it's a touch screen. It's all right. It's pretty reactive. So to turn on, you push this button on the side, hold it down. It should beep at you, beep beep beep. It'll turn on like that. As you can see, there's the screen. Hello. And it's pretty good. So it's a touch screen, and you can basically touch the buttons here, and you can switch different frame rates, different quality. So this thing will record 4K at 30 FPS, and it'll do 1080p up to 120 FPS, and then it'll do 720p at 240 FPS. So it's not too bad. This thing can basically record almost every single quality up to 4K, and then depending on what quality you're shooting it at, then it'll decide how many frames per second it can go. So for example, I do 1080p at 60 FPS, which is what's set on right now. Let's take a look now at the rest of the body. So like I said, this here on the right is the turn on button. So you hold this, turn it on, hold it to turn it off. And then there's also the button on the top here. This is to start recording. If you do want to switch between different modes, if you want to switch between photo, video, time-lapse, or burst mode, which is like multiple photos, like it just did, because it has voice activation, so it just switched to burst mode. Anyway, and then this button here can control that, the on button. Just push it once instead of holding it. It'll switch between modes, hold it down, it'll turn it off or turn it on depending. There we go. voice activation. Anyway, so just turned it off, and then that's basically all the buttons. But here on the side here, this is the first port on the side, so this has a charging area, so this is a USB-C port here, and it plugs into the USB-C port, cord that comes with it, like so. And on the other end here, this is just a normal USB you can plug into your laptop, or you can plug it into a block. And then here you have a mini HDMI port, or a micro HDMI port, whatever they call that, so you can like display it on a screen if you want. And then the last thing down here is another area here, and this is where the battery is located. So the good thing about getting the regular Heroes is that you can actually plug it or take out the battery like this. So there you go, GoPro battery. And for example, this here, something goes wrong with it, it breaks. You don't have to completely destroy your GoPro. Take it out. There's a thing down here. Get a new one, put it in. And in fact, if you're recording a lot of video here, you can actually take this out during your shoot. If you're recording a lot of video, you can actually bring a second one and take the first one out during the shoot when you run out, and then put a brand new one in, which is convenient, so just buy a second one. And then here's also the slot for the micro SD card to fit in here, so you can buy one, because you're going to need one. It doesn't come with one. So for example, this is a SanDisk Ultra 128 gigabyte. I bought on Amazon for like $60, and then that fits in there, and then you can record, I think, about 8 hours of 1080p at 60 FPS video. Battery life, it's alright. I think I can shoot one of my car videos. I do this, of course, as a B-roll camera, which is really what it's used for. So mounting it to the windshield and doing some shots of that. Probably about 20 to 30 minutes of video on this GoPro, and it'll probably take up about half of its battery life. So you could probably film about a good hour of straight on 1080p at 60 FPS. Probably longer, and if you're actually like using this for like skiing or snowboarding or something, it can probably last longer if you bring down the quality a little bit, and it'll work pretty fine for that. Putting this aside now, let's talk about the actual video that comes out of this. So I did some comparisons. There's basically 3 areas where I really care about for cameras. So first is video, second is photo, and then the third is kind of a comparison to something else. So here's the quick clip now for the video that I took with kind of a vlogging style thing. Look at it now. Yeah, so now we are filming outside right now in the field. It's an actual field, as you can see. But we're basically testing out the GoPro's ability to film. So I apologize, it's a little bit loose, so it'll be a little bit shaky, but I'll try my best to hold it. So first of all, let's go out and just walk around and pick up some walking footage. Currently on a tripod. It's a little bit interesting to balance it, but it's working out right, I guess. So you can see it picks up things pretty well here. It's pretty sunny outside now. Of course, there's snow on the ground as I live in Canada, so you know. And yeah, so it picks up things pretty well here. I don't really know how it does on like a vlogging aspect. If you're just taking photos, it probably works alright, but these things are mainly built for videos, I would assume. So you'd be mainly filming videos of things, and these are really seen as kind of like action cameras, right? So they're made for sports, so you mount them to things. But also, car people really got used to using them, mounting them to cars, getting those shots there. As if you drop one of these on the ground, it's of course not as expensive, and they're way more durable than an actual camera. As well as they're lighter, and you don't need as big of a mount or a suction cup to mount it to your car or something, so they work pretty good for that. Time lapse, probably cool too, to be able to mount these things and just leave them there. One of these things that you don't really notice that much either, so good for like hiding them places if you want to make videos. You're sneaking up on someone and attacking them. I don't know if that's something that people are into still, but you know. So it works pretty good for that. Back to the studio. Okay, so there you go. You can see the video, and so it records pretty good, I think, and it works good as a camera, but I think it's better as a secondary camera. Like I said, I use this as a secondary camera for all my videos that I film. If I need to have a second camera to use, it's good. Probably not as good as a primary camera. Now you can check out the video comparison between this and my iPhone 7 Plus, which I'm filming on right now, so you can see the comparison between them, and then the yeah. Okay, so comparison test. So I'm going to try to hold these side by side, basically, in order to attempt to film pretty similar things. So my GoPro is currently filming at 1080p, 60 FPS in its narrow function. Normally it tries to film wide. I don't know. Just back, yeah. sorry, it's really cold. Kind of see the difference here. I'm gonna try to go fast right now so you won't get dizzy, but kind of see there how it works. They're pretty good. Looking around, seeing different things. Yeah, so that's basically comparison. What I'm noticing just from looking at their streams is surprisingly the GoPro's picking up a lot more stuff. So I'm noticing that GoPro's picking up a lot more stuff, and I'm sure the phone's quality is actually better. Once I go and look at it, it's a little bit hard to see. The screen isn't completely optimized for the sun. Let's talk about audio quickly. So when I'm filming my cars, here's something I noticed here. I'll just set these guys next to each other. So I'm noticing for audio is my phone does take better audio. So how I film my cars, I usually mount my phone in the back seat, and then I mount this up against the windshield there, and I try to kind of want to use this audio here because I'm speaking more towards it. Usually I'll talk to the GoPro when I'm in the car, and then the back camera there will just kind of pick up another angle, and mainly I use it now for audio, it seems, because my phone does pick up audio better. It just has a better microphone, of course, as you kind of expect. These GoPros aren't really built mainly for microphone. They're just built to pick up video mainly, so the microphones, of course, aren't as good. Oh, my hands are frozen. So that's why I mainly use my phone for audio, but this audio works fine. And in some cases where I have to use this for my audio because I don't film with my phone, in certain scenes, like in the back seats now, I usually mount it to a sunroof or some windshield thing, mainly because it's just so cold. I have to open the door and move all these things around that my hands are completely frozen when I do car use now, because you can't wear mitts or gloves because the screen doesn't work then. But anyway, let's go back to the studio now for a little bit of a conclusion. Peace. Okay, so you can see the comparison there. I think that this here doesn't have as good color coordination as an iPhone does, so it picks up the colors a little bit differently, especially in the sun. The sun really affects this thing a lot. It kind of films, if you look at it really closely, kind of, I don't think as good a quality. It just picks up the lights different, and it gives it a different look to it. So if you're probably just using this, you would never notice, but if you're comparing it to something that's better, for example, like a DSLR point and shoot, or even like a high-end iPhone camera, you're probably going to have a big change between both, and it's really opinion. Yeah, quickly I just want to touch on photos, so let's compare the photos that these things take. So first of all, I'm going to mount my GoPro on my phone basically in the same spot, taking the same angled photo, and see how they both handle. So, I'll do it. Photo, so on the left we have the, your left, we have the iPhone 7 Plus photos, and on the right we have the GoPro photos that I took, and I actually put an Instagram vote out. I don't know what it's up to right now, but it was looking pretty similar to what people liked, depending on which photo it took. So it's pretty consistent with the photos, very different. This takes really wide angles, and it's really like far away shots versus my iPhone, even though it's at the same position, or almost the same position, it's not any closer. It takes much closer photos, so it really depends. Of course, yeah, if I really wanted to just get my entire house in the photos, or pieces like that, I could have brought it further back, but to get like a consistent comparison right next to each other, they take quite different photos. So anyway, that's basically the GoPro Hero 5. It's a fantastic secondary camera, although I don't think I could ever use this thing as a primary camera. Even when I find if I have to take videos of my phone, it's a little bit difficult because just the quality doesn't come out as good. Anyway, I've been going on for a while now. Giveaway here. So like I said in my past video, I'm giving away this DM Garage Edition 1 shirt, very rare. There's only 2 of them ever produced. So you can win this. It's a medium, so that fits you, then good. And I've been getting a lot of subscribers recently thanks to this giveaway, so that's good. All you have to do is subscribe. You also have to change your account to public if it's not already, so I can actually view your profile, so I can actually, first of all, see you, so I can actually pick the names out, as well as contact you after you've won. So make sure to do that. If you don't want me to see your account, simply email me down below and say whatever I want to be entered into the giveaway, and I don't know, send me a screenshot of your thing that says subscribed. I will trust you, I hope, but anyway, just probably change your thing to public and you'll have a better chance winning. You can win the shirt. Anyway, it's been going on for a while. GoPro Hero 5, very, very good action camera, and probably never as good as a higher end phone camera or an actual camera, but it's still a very good secondary camera, and if you're using it just for that, get one. It's good. Thanks for watching, stay tuned for more, and peace.